Greetings to all Southern Cameroonians. This is King H from Manu Division. I have two articles that was written by Capo Daniel and Franklin Veller, members of the ADF force or member of the AGOF-C. Capo Daniel writes, facts for Zamzams. 99% of those who follow Eric do not believe in him. They come there for entertainment and because his platform is boasted by 70% Francophones. That is why when he took himself as a leader and called for a rally, no one showed up. Those who wanted to attend the rally did not want to be associated with a war criminal that was not yet repented. A war criminal. You call Eric Tato a war criminal. Let me make a correction to you, Capo Daniel. Everybody that is fighting this war in Southern Cameroon, that includes the ADF, is a war criminal. So calling Eric Tato a war criminal does not excuse you for not being a war criminal because you are fighting against like Republic Cameroon. That also makes you a war criminal. So when they charge one, they're going to have to charge all. Simple as that. Southern Cameroonians who are fighting for this revolution will take the risks and fight even when they call them war criminals or even when they take them to ICC to lock them up for war crimes. Well, they haven't done that to President Paul Biya. Why would they do that to us? La République is the one who declared war and started killing us. They haven't done that to President Paul Biya and La République who have been killing citizens. And you want to call Eric Tato a war criminal. You're a villager. Nonsense. You also stated that 70% of Francophones who follow Eric Tato. Where did you get that statistics from? Where did you get that statistics from? Because that's a bullshit lie. You know it. But anyway, that's just ridiculous. We in the ADF are focused on changing the ground game for Ambassinu. Focus on how many years? 4 years you haven't liberated a village. For 4 years you haven't liberated a village. Not to talk about a county, and 14 counties. And you say you're focused. Focused in doing what? Focused in letting Southern Cameroonian citizens die in the hands of like Republic of Cameroon. Is that how focused you are? Idiot. I remember debating with him whether or not the IG was the government. He thought he won because he shouted the most. Today, they are doing crocodile apologies. Yeah, of course, IG is not a government. The interim government is not a government of Southern Cameroon, nor is AGOF-C. But AGOF-C is trying to portray, not claim, but trying to portray as a government. Even though they call themselves an organization, they're trying to portray as a government by imposing themselves. They don't want to work with other people. They want to impose. They want to be the one to be leading the revolution. Meanwhile, they haven't done anything substantial. They haven't contributed enough to the revolution to say that they are the leading institution or leading organization. They haven't. But this is the thing, people of AGOF-C and ADF and the interim government, the AGOF-C and the ADF are always fighting to portray themselves as the leading organization or government or whatever institution, however you want to say. They want to be the one to be on top. But, among both of them fighting, the person that is taking them head on is the great one, Eric Tato. And which is why many of the members of the AGOF-C are fighting against Eric Tato. And even, the interim government are also fighting against Eric Tato. But guess what? He's taking them head on and still doing it best. So, village man, Capo Daniel, you, and even that other guy, Franklin Veller, and even, what is his damn name? Oh shit! Why am I forgetting this asshole's name? Never mind. When I remember, I'll talk about it. Even that other he's also part of the member of um, ADF and AGOC. He too cannot. He have tried and he cannot win against Eric Tato. That's that. So writing this shit, even calling Eric Tato's name, is bullshit. Claiming that Eric Tato's followers are 7% francophones. If he's even able to speak and 70% of francophones are listening to him, that shows the type of leadership role he has. He has the power to even convince francophones. You don't even have the power to convince anglophones, which is why you are nobody. What any Zamzam who follow this man should ask himself is this: if Ambazonia was following Eric Tato, where will we be today? Where are we today? We're still losers. All Southern Cameroonians are still losers. Because we haven't won the goddamn revolution. We haven't won the war. So we're losers. And many of our people are dying. I'm just telling you the truth. That's the fact. AGOC, ADF has no power to contribute to the success of the revolution in Southern Cameroon. Doesn't. And interim government is also a weak institution, weak interim government, weak organization. It cannot do anything for the people. Many Southern Cameroonians, including many Southern Cameroonians, are gonna die because of the interim government and AGOC. Many. But they want to portray themselves as the leading organization. That's the one in charge. Joyabo is a tyrant and dictator. And all his surrogates are tyrants and dictators. All they do is attack. But Eric, when he speaks with facts, evidence, truth. Yes, he was a member of the interim government, which makes him understand that organization very well. And being part of an organization, he has realized that it wouldn't work. So he cannot be part of the AGOC or ADF because they have their own way of doing things, and their way of doing things is not the right way. It isn't. If it was, it would have worked. For the 4 years that they have been doing business, fighting for the revolution, it would have worked, but it didn't. Ask that question about activists, about all activists, and your eyes will be clear enough to distinguish between large mouths and people with intellectual backbone. Village man, you have no intellectual backbone. As a matter of fact, you are one of the worst person to even talk about a revolution. You have no intellectual backbone. Ask that question about all actors, and your eyes will be clear enough to distinguish between large mouths and people with intellectual backbone. 90% of those who follow the actors who are fighting for Amazonia under AGOC, ADF are true patriots. True patriots what? They're not true patriots. They're greedy son of a bitches. That's AGOC are greedy son of a bitches who all want power. Because if they truly wanted liberation for Southern Cameroon, they would have found all possible ways to work with others and listen to others, not just be dictatorial and tyranny. All they want to do is portray that they are the one in charge. In charge of what? A country that they haven't obtained yet. A country that they haven't won the revolution. They want to be the one in charge. In charge of what? ADF is not doing shit in southern Cameroon. It's not contributing. Ayabacho is a dictator. That's who he is. He's a dictator. And you are just a village dictator. Spewing your own nonsense, just like King H. You know what I mean? I spew nonsense. But at least I speak from my personal perspective, my personal objective. They have insignificant influence over the actual war efforts. People who call Ambazonian Northwest and Southwest do not need further labeling Cabo Daniel. So Southern Cameroon is not made of northern zone and southern zone. Man, guys, ridiculous. Let me look into this another village champion called Franklin Valar. The next time Eric Tato or National Telegraph want to talk negative about ADF or Dr. Ayabacho, let him know that my eyes are always taking notes of all his tribalistic tendency. Well, Mr. Franklin Valar, I'm going to make this point to you crystal clear. You speak like a tribalistic, egoistic fool. So, your statement that the first statement I read, I've watched some of your shit. It's ridiculous. And don't even talk about the guy just did Capo Daniel. He's also just a village shithole. You talk about Sissoko day and night as if you love him, but that's just simply tribalism. If not have you recognize VP Yerima that Sissoko endorsed long time against Sako you immunized. Franklin Vella, I have a strong doubt that the relationship between VP Yarima and Agov C or Dr. Dr. Ayabacho, it's not that strong. They all have their own individual goals. It's not a clear-cut teamwork. So it's a farce. It's just they're putting a show. Because you could see that from the ADF surrogates. They are all about Ayabacho. They don't give a damn about Sissoko Ayoktabe Julius. That is crystal clear. Anybody who can see things objectively can see that. So when it comes to that unity between Sissoko Ayoktabe Julius, IG, and Dr. Ayabacho, I question that. There's doubt in that. Simple as that. Of course, because VP Yama is Savannah man, just like Dr. Ayabacho is Northern Zone man. We are always aware, and one day. So I not even know that man said that even know West man. But that's not the point. Yerima speaks eloquently, but as I said, their relationship is shaky for me. It is. It's really shaky. Of course, Eric, mind the way you take people's blood and play your media popularity business. Show us one republic you garrett except one poor people that were caught up in hardship in CDC farms. Did you Gary CDC board of directors or DO or military? But how many of these DOs or the military have the ADF garried? A couple. Has that changed anything in Southern Cameroon? No. Southern Cameroon still is a war zone where people are being killed and slaughtered, and ADF does things stupidly. If ADF really is interested in liberating Southern Cameroon, this is the opportunity for them to take the time to concentrate on 1 or 2 counties with their military and liberate that county or 2, and then you get more soldiers to support the revolution. But they're fighting stupidly. They go here, they go here, they go here. It doesn't make no damn sense. What they're doing would not achieve to nothing. But all this attack on Eric Tato will do you no good. Will do you no good at all. Because you are just showing your own tribalistic, egoistic tendencies. That's what you're doing. If you were not tribalistic, why would you be attacking Eric Tato when he speaks on the interim government as well as the AGOFC? But you guys don't want Eric Tato to discuss about the AGOFC because you want to be the one that is going to consume and still do nothing. With the way you guys are working, Southern Cameroon will never be free. ADF is not the national military in Southern Cameroon, and ADF cannot liberate Southern Cameroon, especially with people like you. Yeah, the guy was trying to mention Tapang Ivo Tanko. That's also another noisemaker as well. We would like talking about propaganda. But propaganda alone cannot liberate a revolution. These 3 people, Tapang Ivo Tanko, Franklin Villa, that other couple Daniel, and then now I've been watching also Lucas' latest video. I haven't finished that. I'm also gonna analyze his own bullshit because they're all about nonsense, ridiculousness, making up ideas. The action is on the ground, and ADF, who claims to be the biggest force, cannot liberate a county. Not to talk about it. It cannot even liberate a village, not to talk about a county. And then you want to liberate 14 counties? No, you can't do it. And plus, you're not a national army. You don't have the capability to do that. This is King H.O. talking to these useless assholes called Franklin Valar, Capo Daniel, and the ADF fucking fuckheads. This is King H.O. I'm out.